Good morning. Hi, my name is Jordan, and early spring is my absolute favorite time of year. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you all the areas of the garden that have new shoots, things that we planted last year. I have a few new this year, spots that I'm really focused on adding volume to this year, and ones that they're kind of struggling. So we're going to start with the worst and finish with the best. This view here, these steps and those two rock walls are normally one of my favorite areas, especially with the sedum that grows in between them. And in here, this last year was one of my favorite beds, especially this time of year. It had poppies and all kinds of stuff growing. But this year it is lacking. And I do blame Penny, because you can see here, this is her little running path that goes right through there. We have our dogwood. Then this area, you can see all the little bitty sprouts, and I'm waiting patiently to try and make sure that I don't pull anything. That I planted a bunch of seeds in here, so I don't really want to pull any of my seedlings. So I'm trying hard to identify the seedlings before I really start pulling anything. This right here is a penstemon. I bought it last year. I have not seen it flower yet, but this is a Bachelor's button. You can see it's going to flower right there. Looks like it might be a little bit of a pink color. And so this end of this bed is looking pretty good. I have quite a bit growing, but you can see there's also a ton of weeds in there, but that's okay. They'll grow. This bed, when I planted it, I knew it was really going to struggle. I did go ahead on this side. This was all dianthus. I did take it and put it in our Bluff Project because Penny loves to lay here, and nothing grew. So this right here came up last year, and it is a goldenrod, and I think it's the showy goldenrod. I did take some of it. So this here's the end of this bed. Then we have our kitchen patio here, and I moved some to the other end of this bed, and because there is like maybe 2 inches of soil here, it's really shallow. This used to be our driveway. This is also where I plant a lot of herbs. This year I did transition to a lot more flowers in here. You can kind of see them all polka dotted in here. That one right there is going to be an Echinacea, a Yarrow, and that is black-eyed Susan. And so the Echinacea just absolutely loves it in here. The Oregano, the Echinacea. I did transplant a Sedum from over on the other side that wasn't doing so well, and I went ahead and put it in here. And then, of course, our Columbine, no, Clematis, sorry, that's growing right there. This bed over here, this gets hot west sun, so it's in shade most of the day until the hottest part of the day. So it has been a little bit tricky getting. It used to have a big privet in here, and we did go ahead and just pull that out because other than smelling really nice when it bloomed, it was kind of not my favorite. But we did go. This all needs mulch still. You can, but right here, all these little seedlings. I had a black-eyed Susan that were in another area of the garden that were growing in a pathway. So I dug them up and stuck them like in 20 different spots. So that was pretty fun. But this stuff is going to bloom. What's in here? I planted sedum and a columbine. Some of it came back. There's a yarrow and a verbascum back there. Some of it did come back, but a lot of that, the little stuff, I did go ahead and just transplant this year. This right here is a rose, a climbing rose. You can tell I haven't trained it yet at all. I got it last year, and I'm going to train it on the side of this house to kind of block our internet that we have here and different things. Oregano, and then this is our front walkway. Let's see if I can. You can kind of. This is where the sun comes up. This is the front of my house, and so this time of year it just looks absolutely awesome. This is a phlox, a pink or blue lungwort in there. And then this side is all new planting. I haven't hardly done anything on the side that's underneath this big tree over here because it's pretty new. I'm still trying to get the weeds out of it. So as you walk down here, some of this has been here for years and years. And this Candytuft blooms this beautiful white every year. And with the red tree in the background, it's just, I really like this time of year in this front garden. And this is all new. So last year we started this bed. Actually, 2 years ago we started the bed, but last year I planted it. So I did have ladies mantle in here. It doesn't look like any of that came back up, so I guess it didn't like it very much. And then some of these other perennials, I guess. Queen of the Prairie, Baptisia, and this was a rose verbena, this little bitty guy down here. You can see it's just starting to come back. But the Baptisia is right there. It's starting to come up. There's a sedum in here, and then all of that you see in the background is Columbine and Phlox. It's just starting to kind of poke its head up out of there. The Columbine will probably bloom, I'm not sure, a couple weeks yet. And this part of the bed is also planted last year. So everything is just itty bitty baby. I've been coming out here and kind of moving the leaves back and just kind of seeing what's still growing, what's liking it. And then I did go ahead, these are new. These ones that I just planted, they're a royal catchfly. Normally those get pretty big, but that one said it was only supposed to get to about a foot. So hopefully it stays that way. All of these sticks that you see in here, that is from all the zinnias that I grew in here last year. And then so we planted some new things as well. We have the Russian sage that's coming, an echinacea, another queen of the prairie, more echinacea because I love echinacea and Russian sage together. I think the color combo is brilliant. So I've been planting that pretty much everywhere. Planted some other new things, some other fun things that have, this is the Missouri Primrose. It's coming back. And then this little tree right here that you see, that's the apple tree that I chopped off in half. Actually, probably more than that. And it lived, so that's exciting. And then also down here, we have some more. This is Goldenrod. Back in there, it's a fireworks goldenrod. The sun is kind of in my way today. Baptisia, right there. Sedum. This is a row of strawberries here in the front. And then another kind of fun one that I like. This is a currant. See way down there, currant. And I planted the phlox and the columbine from the other end of the bed to kind of flank this. So I've been really trying to repeat things and plant them in more than one spot in the garden. So when they bloom, it's not just, it's like mass planting in multiple places. So, and over here, hopefully the sun isn't too bright, we have the kids' beds along this way. We haven't mulched any of this yet. These peonies have been over here for more than 60 years. They've been here for a very long time. So this is the front walk. You can tell I have asparagus planted in there. In between all of the peonies, I just kind of like the look of multiple things planted together. And then these over here are the kids' beds. We did have quite a bit planted in there, but then we had a night that got down to 15 for an extended period of time. So pretty much everything that was early died. We didn't get any daffodils this year because of that, but that's okay. So we're taking this walk. We also have little things popping out. So this one right here is an elderberry. Those two are lovage, another asparagus back there, and another elderberry. This corner right here, what I'm trying to do is hide this box that you see back here. We're gonna pause while this truck goes by. So then this walk here ends up looking over the house, but we're gonna go this way into the orchard. So this is the orchard. We have raspberries coming up way over here. Blackberries, our blackberry trellising, and our chickens, they're very nosy this morning. One of the things that's absolutely fantastic right now are the apple trees. I think they bloom so pretty. We have these clusters of white blooms, and the bees are fluttering all over them. You can see the house peeking out in the background. And I can see these from the kitchen. So this is a crabapple tree. It already bloomed. And then now this is an apple tree. And the blackberries over here, they're just starting to come out. Hopefully not too many of them died in that late freeze that we had. Another new planting we have over here is rhubarb. That's what it is. I planted it underneath of my apple tree. I will do some other apple tree guild kind of plantings in here. You can kind of, if I don't know if you can see them in the background, but you see little potatoes popping out. One year I had potatoes here, and I guess I didn't get them all, but honeyberries. These 3 bushes here, one of them looks dead, 2 of them look pretty good. Those are honeyberries. I've gotten maybe 2 honeyberries off of them. Were they good? Yes. If they don't start producing, they're going to get the axe though. And then this bed walks us into the vegetable garden here. And everything's doing okay. The 2 things that are really doing well right now, right here we have fava beans, and they have a really cool bloom on them. I don't know if you can see, but see that little black dot? That's a fava bean. And I've never grown them before, but they did survive the night where it got down to 15 degrees, so that is a plus. And then over here we have a sunflower. We have an entire patch of sunflowers. Each one of these rows has quite a bit planted in it, but it's really small and it's kind of hard to see on camera. But as they grow, I'll definitely tell you. But that sunflower, my daughter gave me one for Mother's Day last year, and that thing got like 7 foot tall, and it just sprinkled sunflowers all over. I have been thinning them out because I also have cabbage planted in there, and the 2 aren't going to do fantastic together, so that's okay though. All right, we're going to continue this walk on this way. The other things that are blooming, a lot of this is just transplanted last fall because I took a flower bed apart. See that ajuga down in there? I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. So pretty. I love ajuga. I know it can be kind of invasive for some people, but I really like it. And then over here, this is all a new planting. I got this earlier in the month, and we went ahead and we planted it out. It is mostly Missouri natives, Missouri wildflowers, asters, and mountain mint, echinacea, some phlox, some other a red blooming one. I forget what it is, but I'll remember all these names. It's all planted in here. This plant back here is comfrey. It is a Russian comfrey, so it doesn't get super invasive, but it's definitely traveling. And I might dig some of this up and put it up under the maple tree because this does get a little bit too much sun over here for the comfrey, but I did leave a sedum back there as well. And then you can see my grass growing into my flower bed, so I need to handle that. And sad news, my gazebo that's here, the storm took it out. It is not looking the best. We are going to take it down and have it welded and sandblasted. We have a tulip that barely came out of the ground, if you can see it down there, the little red speck. And then this is a service berry. It's blooming right now. It does get little red berries on it that are delicious and fun. And then underneath of it is more of a new planting. This is Goldstrum Rudbeckia. We planted an obedient plant and then some Russian sage on the other side. Wiring so we can have garden lights and some more ajuga. Oh, and a penny. Hop on out of there, girl. Some more ajuga that's blooming. So there's not a lot blooming right now, but there will be. So we're just looking at its new growth, looking at all the fun things, what will come, where I can put more plants. This section right here can use some more plants, but it is also Penny's walkway through here. So I don't want to plant anything too much. Maybe something that can handle some foot traffic, or maybe something that she can go in between. Either way, we're going to turn back this way and see all this straw that's planted here. This is all going to be grass. That is this is our Bluff Project. So when we dug all that up, and we're going to walk across it. We shouldn't do it, but we're going to anyways. These are the steps that we have going to the patio area. There's a flower over here I want to show you. That's why we're going this way. Here's some more of that Candytuft. I did repeat it in the Bluff Project as well, but this is the one. See these little guys? I think they're little daffodils. I forgot what they are. They're little bulbs that I planted. They smell fantastic. They're so fun. I love them. My daughter loves to pick them. She gave a bunch to Grandma. All right, we're going to swing back around here. Try not to blind you with the sun. Go down our steps. This is what will be our steps here. We're still working on it, but you can see the bluff. We are still digging this out. You can see our shovels. The kids have been having a blast in the mud. So, but we will, our birch tree that we have, and we'll swing her back around this way. You can see a lot more progress that we have going. It's been a lot of fun. Actually, it's been a lot of hard work. We have a lot of planting left to do. I will show you what we have planted so far. We have this right here is a rosemary. It's an ARP Rosemary, hardy. I did go ahead and plant some creeping juniper in there. This one is a Ohio Spiderwort. I have it growing all over the yard. It grows very well. This is where the dianthus ended up. This is a bright pink one, and it's very pretty. And then also a couple lavenders. Some more of that sedum from over in our driveway area because I really like it and it thrives in conditions like this. And then also over here we have another creeping juniper, and this is a little globe blue spruce. Hopefully it kind of fills in that space. I did pick smaller varieties of everything. I know it's not quite as instant impact, but they will acclimate to this area because it is going to be tough planting. This is full sun, well-draining soil, rocky soil. And then just that pop of white. And then behind it, you can see where I did some phlox. That's going to be fun when they're both big in mass and blooming together. And Echinacea. That is all that we have growing in here. I have put in a fairly large order that will come in at the end of April of other plants, a lot of natives to grow here in this area, the ones that can handle the hot sun. All of these are just little peaks of all the things that I have been transplanting and planting. Hardly anything is in bloom. The daffodils didn't bloom this year because it froze, and we have just 1 or 2 flowers that are actually blooming. But just seeing all of the little green sprouts everywhere, things that are coming back, things that are looking fresh. We're getting rain this time of year. The grass hopefully is going to start growing and everything just looks lush and green. That's one of the reasons that I love early spring so much, because it's just everything looks neat and tidy and you've cut things back. The birds are out. You're not stuck inside anymore in the harsh, cold, wet winters. And there's not much color other than vibrant green. And I just love that. So I just wanted to walk you around and show you all of the little plantings that we have, all the fun things that we've been planting and moving around. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.